Hello everyone! So today we're going to talk about tsunamis. And so what is a tsunami? Well, a tsunami is like a natural disaster that can flood many seaside places like Japan, the coast southern of California. And we'll be talking about these natural disasters in more detail in the next three slides. And so the name tsunami comes from Japanese. And so su in Japanese means harbor, and nami in Japanese means wave. So tsunami means harbor wave. So how does a tsunami form? Well, it doesn't form like a regular wave, which is formed from wind. Instead, it forms from natural collisions. And these natural collisions, you could think of it as like you splashing in the water. If you shake a box or splash, you will see kind of ripples. And if your geologic activity or your activity was massive enough, then you would have created a tsunami. So these are more like when something destabilizes the water, tsunamis are formed. And so most tsunamis happen at the Ring of Fire, and the Ring of Fire is named the Ring of Fire since volcanoes are usually formed here. And as we said before, tsunamis are formed usually from geologic activity, and more specifically, volcanoes and earthquakes. And since most of the plate boundaries are here, between the Pacific plate and many other plates, then this place is the place that gets most hit with tsunamis. And also tsunamis usually form here. And so this place is, if, for example, if a tsunami formed, an earthquake happened here, a tsunami would go across the ocean and probably could hit any of these places. So this is a place of lots of tsunami hitting. So tsunamis usually hit the ring of fire. And so, after the tsunami is formed, they'll go at the speed of a jet plane across the ocean. But it wouldn't be that big at start. It'll just be a small wave. It'll be still big, but it wouldn't be that big. And it'll go in multiple small waves. But when one wave gets closer to the shore, a process called shoaling happens, in which that wave starts slowing down, and then the other small waves behind it catch up. Then they make this when it goes slower, then the wave gets taller. And when the other waves catch up with it, it gets taller and taller. And so when it eventually hits the land, it's massive. And so tsunamis can be sometimes 100 feet tall. So now we're going to talk about the worst tsunami in recorded history. And the worst tsunami hit Sumatra, Indonesia, and it's called the Boxing Day tsunami since it happened on Boxing Day. And it was formed by an earthquake called the 2004 Indian earthquake. And this is when the Indian plate subducted underneath the Sunda plate. And so more specifically the Burma microplate. And so when they subducted, they created a snap, just like how all earthquakes form. And when the earthquake formed, if it was on land, it would have shook the land, right? And if it's on water, it shakes the water. And when you shake water, you create massive ripples. And so these ripples, as we said before, would be the big tsunami waves. And then they hit the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. So 230,000 people died from the tsunami, and you can see the waste. It's like a lot of pieces of paper, and it flooded most of Sumatra, Indonesia, and it was devastating. Okay, so now before talking about the most worst tsunami, you might want to have some signs of a tsunami. So I have a couple signs of tsunami. So one famous one is if you're on some beach and you see the ocean water receding a lot, which means that you can see the sand in which the ocean once covered. So if you see the ocean receding, water receding, then don't go into the place that was now receded. Don't do that. You should run away, since if the ocean recedes a bit too much, then this means there was a tsunami and the water will flood back in a powerful wave, and you won't be able to escape it. And so many people died from tsunamis this way. They're on the beach, then the water recedes, then they get inside the area, and when they see the wave coming, it's too late and they die. Another sign is a swirling seabed, like this. Another sign is animal behavior. So if animals or a dog is not getting out of the house, doesn't want to get out of the house, or, or some strange behavior, it can be a sign of many natural disasters. And before the Boxing Day tsunami, many animals were found to act strangely, including dogs staying inside, not wanting to get out of the house, zoo animals hiding in their cages, and much more. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.